Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Jason, and this is Art of Creation Homestead. Today, it's August 14th when I'm filming this, okay? So whenever you may see this in the next week or whatever, just keep in mind this is August 14th. So we need to get ready for our fall gardens, right? Trying to pull out everything that's done, that's over, that's not producing what it needs to be producing. Get prepared and get some vegetables, some crops in that will do better in cooler weather and can go into the winter. Maybe it prefers to get frosted on, things like that. So today I'm going to be planting a few things of that nature in the best way possible. Okay, first thing that we want to plant is some parsnips. Okay, we love parsnips. I adore parsnips. We planted them before. I messed them up by treating them poorly, and because they were doing fine before that. So today we're going to put them in this raised bed resin planter. It's this right here. We grew some bush beans in them. We got maybe a couple of quarts off of those bush beans that we planted here. So we're going to plant these here, okay? And we're going to give them just a good amount of space. Okay, we're going to set them up in the best way possible. I will probably, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my finger, push it in, okay? Because they need a decent planting depth. And I'm going to put about 4 in a row, give them plenty of space, and probably going to get about 10 rows out of this, hopefully, okay? I've amended that soil with some Trifecta Plus from my gardener, and with this, also you got to remember this is potting mix we've already used. Okay, so one thing I've always liked to stress is that yes, buying good potting mix can be expensive, but at the same time you can get multiple uses out of it. You don't have to waste it all in one round. Okay, so you just have to refertilize it and make sure it's got the nutrients and the ingredients in it necessary, okay, to grow what you're looking to grow. So this is reused potting mix, okay, that we've had out of grow bags and out of this here and other containers that we're going to keep using for other things. Just kind of, I'm in the soil. They're totally okay. All right. The variety that we're planting is the hollow crown parsnip, okay, right here. These seeds are probably about a year old. We got them. Let's see. Yeah, they're for 12/31/20, so they're still good. We got them from Baker Creek, obviously. These are Baker Creek seeds, and it says here we need to plant them about a 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch deep. So I'm going to pre-drill my holes with my finger, like so. Just kind of poke it in there, like that. And I'll do that the whole way down, and then that way I can get my spacing down really simple, and then I can just go through dropping seeds in like normal, okay? And parsnip seeds are very small, okay? And the wind will blow them right out of your hand. So you gotta be very careful. See, look how tiny they are. Very, very papery, very, very light. See, just look at them shake in my hand. So very, very light and papery. So it takes some time to be tedious about it and plant them. I've got 33 little holes drilled in my finger here. They say to space them 6 inches apart. I've tried to put a little closer there, probably about 4 inches apart. They're gonna do just fine. And it's one of these things that likes to be frosted on. Parsnips can grow into the winter, and they won't actually, the tops actually want to be frosted and frozen because once the tops get frozen or frosted on, it actually enhances the sugars inside of the parsnip itself and becomes a much more flavorful product, okay? And the great thing about parsnips is that yes, they take a while to grow, okay, but they can be stored actually in the ground outside. They can just stay there in the frozen ground, and you can just go pull one out when you need it. Now these say they take 110 days to mature. We don't have that before the first frost, okay, but they can handle going into the winter. And if maybe they're not the full size when we want to harvest them, that's okay, you know, but they can be covered and sustain cooler weather. So it's a really good crop to plant now. I am getting a little bit of a late start. I'm probably about 10 days later than I wanted to be, but I still have time to get things growing. So why not? Don't want to waste your space. And now we're out here going to plant some carrots. Okay, we got the new Carota carrot from Baker Creek again. Okay, and they say 110. Well, some places Baker Creek didn't say that. Some places say 110 days for the new Carota carrot. I'm not so sure it's going to take that long, but again, carrots can handle a little bit of frost. They like cooler weather, so going into the fall, you want them there. The new Carota can handle heat as well, okay? So it makes it really good. You could plant it in the spring. Obviously, we've done that before, gotten a great harvest. But you also plant them, you know, late summer, and if you happen to get some hotter weather late summer, it's not a big deal. The new Carota carrot can handle it, okay? So they're gonna be like 5 or 6 inches and short fat carrots, okay? So they're gonna be really good for, you know, container gardening, planting. We'll put these in grow bags, the same grow bags we use for our potatoes, and we're using the same dirt again. I've just refertilized it with, again, Trifecta Plus, and we're gonna space them into these grow bags the best we can. Now, like if you go by the square foot gardening method, they say about 3 inches per between each seed, so you can get 16 seeds in a square foot if you're doing square foot gardening. So I kind of go by that a little bit for these, even though this is not a full square foot. These are larger than a square foot, and they're not square; they're round. So I'm still gonna go, you know, about 3 inches between each carrot, and we'll see. I really don't know how many I'm gonna get in each bag, but we'll see. Now the carrots, they're like the parsnip seeds in the fact that they're real light. They're in the same family. Okay, it's all in the parsley family. But the carrot seeds are much smaller, okay? The carrot seeds are much smaller, and I'll show you if I can get the light right what it looks like. Yeah, I think you can see how small they are. Very small seeds. And the recommended planting is like an 1/8 inch deep, so very, very shallow plant. And so what I did was I just used my finger, like the edge of my hand, you know, and made a little shallow row, okay, on each one of these. And I just lightly sprinkled, like every few inches, a few seeds in every few inches, because they're so small and my fingers are not. Okay, so it's really hard to get one individual seed there. Plus germination may not be the best on some of these things. So it doesn't hurt to have a couple extra seeds in there in case your germination rate's a little low. I actually wound up doing the same thing with the parsnips as far as each individual hole. I put a couple of seeds in each individual hole because the seeds are a year old, okay, but also germination rate may not be as high for some of these things. So in order to kind of counteract that, put a few more seeds in there. The parsnips, it's gonna be easy to thin them if you have multiple plants come up in one spot, because they're waist high already. The grow bags are a little higher, but they're light. You can pick them up and put them on a stand, which is what I've done here, and it really saves your back and your knees, which is a big deal for me because my back and my knees are already wore out. But so anyways, I put a few extra seeds in each spot, so kind of sprinkled every couple inches a few seeds, and now I'm just going to be able to lightly shush this dirt over and water it down really well. Hopefully in a week or so we get some carrots germinating, and the parsnips, they can take like up to a few weeks to germinate. So just keep them watered well and pray to God for some germination. Okay, we've got 6 grow bags planted, okay, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the shadow of a 6'3" individual. But so we got 6 grow bags planted. Conservatively, I would hope we could get at least 15 carrots out of each bag. I believe we can get more. 20 carrots out of each bag would be great. But hey, if you wind up with 15 carrots out of each bag, it's 90 carrots. That's more than enough. Plenty of carrots there for us. But again, you never know what you're gonna get. One thing I did notice is I've seen some itty bitty tiny, I don't know what you call them, pill bugs, roly-poly bugs, I don't know what you want to call them, but those things are notorious for eating your seeds and eating your sprouts as they come up. So you gotta be very careful. And if you see some germination and you see some sprouts starting to come up, what we tend to do is take some diatomaceous earth, or DE as people want to abbreviate it, and sprinkle it across, and that tends to take care of those bugs. We put some in that dirt before we planted it, trying to get them out of there, but you never know how it's going to happen. So if you start to see that and you're afraid the sprouts are going to get eaten, you can sprinkle them with that and increase your chances of them not getting ate. Especially if you're doing organic gardening like we do. That is a very safe usage, or very safe insecticide type product. Okay, so there's all that. Again, we're planting for the fall, just getting what we can get, praying to God for a good harvest, and doing our best to take care of that on our end as well. So again, we always encourage you, don't waste your space, especially in a small space setting like we have. Don't waste your space, don't waste your dirt, don't waste your containers. Find something that you can grow in your area and do your best to continue to take part in God's amazing creation and design for us. Okay, so hey, thank you guys for watching so much. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Please give this a thumbs up if you choose, if you would like. And again, thanks for watching. My name is Jason. We love you guys so much. God bless you. Goodbye.